They ain't know that we dream team? I guess not.
Let's go.
Yo, stop playing. Just let them know.
Hey, shalom, Israel, Most High Christ bless. You tune in to another show of the 11th hour. I'm your host, Brother Elishua. To my right,
Maratasa.
to my left,
Khalil.
all praise to the Most High. Hey, as you seen the thumbnail, put that thumbnail back on. They that hate us. So we know all nations hate us. It is what it is. We're gonna open up with the banger. You all already know Psalms 81, 83. You know which one I want.
Yes, sir.
We're going to open up with the banger. The Lord gives a list of nations that hate our guts.
Right.
They hate God. They couldn't get their hand on God, so they got their hands on God's people. So let's read that.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 83 and verse 1. Keep not thy silence, O God. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult.
So God says, thine enemies make a tumult. It's a loud gathering, man. It's a riot. These boys coming with pitchforks, all types of things. It's a tumult.
Right.
Read on.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
Now, crafty counsel. You know, you ever met a slick person in your life?
Absolutely.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
Damn, like you know he's trying to do evil. Like, bro, I just caught you on the lie.
Right.
Or I see you like, yo, hey, y'all ever seen Get Rich or Die Trying?
Yeah.
With the dude in the back? Yeah. Why you fidgeting so much?
Oh, yeah, why you fidgeting stuff, man?
You keep fidgeting, man. This that crafty counsel. Read on.
Right. And consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation.
So this counsel in the cutting us off from being a nation, yo, there's levels to it. You have to keep peeling back the layers and layers. Everything is done for a reason when it comes to us. When it comes to our music, when it comes to our food, when it comes to our clothing, when it comes even to marriages, any understanding, even our God, everything, there's a crafty counsel being taken place for it. Read.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
Read on.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
You know what that means? Even though you see them fighting right now, they all in cahoots. Yep. And when it comes to one thing, the nation of Israel.
Yep.
Read on.
They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom.
Now, that's the first one on God's hit list.
Hit list.
Yo, hey, you know, he says the first one is the tabernacle of Edom. You know, a tabernacle is a home.
Right.
So, hey, when it comes to the home of Esau, Edom, it's not saying just one person. It's talking about all of them.
The whole nation.
Read on.
And the Ishmaelites. Of Moab. And the Hagarenes. Gebal. And Ammon.
Hey, now watch this, right? Yeah, I could read this on your own time. Listen, God gonna hear all of them up. But he says Edom, Ishmael, Moab, Hagarenes, Gebal, and Ammon. We're gonna deal with these guys right quick. All right, let's go to the first, is it article, video? Let's go to the first video if I'm not mistaken. Oh, yeah.
The fight for honest history is now.
Whoa, you all the way at the bottom, bro. Main topic, 1101. 1101. Yeah. It's the very first video on the list. It goes into the Native American private school.
He muted it? Tell him.
Okay, all praises. Don't worry, man. Shout out to IT, man. They working diligent for us, man. They've been up here since 8 a.m. And you know, you gotta encourage them, man. You know, you gotta give them a shout out. Hopefully, the spirit.
It'll be all right.
Look,
It'll
you
be
see
all
it,
right.
right? We see
It'll
it.
be all right,
it's
brother.
All right, man. It's
Yeah,
good, man.
be all right,
We
officer.
in a
Be
new
all right.
school, new spirit, man.
All
These
praises.
brothers trying.
New
man.
mics.
These brothers trying. New mics.
Okay.
Look at this,
Saying
man.
new
Look what they got us,
chairs.
man. Look what they got us.
Yeah,
All
man.
praise to the Most High, man. All praise to the
Woosah,
Most High.
woosah.
But since what you got it?
Alright.
Oh, let's play that. Let's play that.
Let me warn you, the story I'm about to tell is absolutely
Can
gut-wrenching.
we put the volume up a little
On
bit?
May 27, 2021, 215 indigenous children, some as young as 3 years old, were found buried in an unmarked mass grave at the Kamloops Indian Residential Boarding School in British Columbia. More than 10,000 additional Native American children have been uncovered in other mass graves. Kamloops is just one of hundreds of boarding schools established in Canada and the United States in an effort to forcibly assimilate Native American children. Most of these schools were run by Christians, including the Anglican and Catholic churches. Thousands of Native children attended these schools. Kids were not allowed to practice their religion or speak their language. We're talking about physical beatings and torture. Countless children were sexually assaulted and even murdered. There's even some reports of medical experimentation done on these children. Now, for one moment, imagine if these were your children.
They are our children.
Right.
Right. Yeah, so one thing that really struck my nerve is that it said it was an unmarked grave. That's like something that you bury animals in. Like you just make a hole and you just
Throw
pat the
garbage in
dirt
it.
over. Yeah.
Right.
Go to Nehemiah chapter 9, 36 and 37. So that's another thing too. That lets you know that you so-called Native Americans, you are of the nation of Israel. You are Israelites. The same atrocities that so-called black people went through, y'all went through it first. Hispanics, Native Americans, Mexicans, Mayans, Incans, Panamanians, all of y'all are Israelites. Y'all see what Trump is doing. And what just happened in the video, he trying to do again. Can you read that, Nehemiah 9?
Nehemiah chapter 9, verse 36. Behold, we are servants this day.
Right.
And for the land that thou gavest unto our fathers to eat the fruit thereof and the good thereof, behold, we are servants in
We're
it.
servants in it because that's why they call them Native Americans. They were here before the Spaniards came over here. But what happened? Spanish Inquisition happened. They slaughtered millions upon millions of our Native American brothers and sisters. Keep reading.
And it yielded much increase unto the kings whom thou hast set over us because of our sins.
So the reason why I went through this is because we sinned against our Father, the Most High. Read.
Also, they have dominion over our
It
bodies.
says they have dominion, they have control, rulership over our bodies to where they'll say, just put a hole in the ground and throw those children in there. Don't even mark it as a gravesite. Put a school on top of that. Read.
And over our cattle at their pleasure.
At their pleasure. Read.
And we are in great distress.
Great distress. We the only nation here in America, all over the world, in great distress, no matter where you go. That's all I got.
You know what's so wild about this? Like you said, an unmarked grave. That's when you commit a murder and you bury somebody. That's when it's unmarked.
Right.
Meaning those deaths are not documented. That's something when when it's an unmarked grave, you murdered, you killed somebody, and you don't want the proof to be shown. So now think about this. This happened years ago. Play the third video. Play the third video. Merciless. Oh, then y'all missed the first one then.
Yeah, this was number 8.
Let me make sure. Hold on.
I'll bring out another scripture in the meantime.
Yeah. Let me make sure.
Zechariah 11.
I know. Yep. Y'all missed the first one.
Okay.
It's 1879. It's gonna tell you about these schools.
Yes. Okay, good.
Yeah, it's the first one. The TikTok. Let me get it. I'm just tag you in it, Zadok, so you know where it's at. It's on the main topic. I just tagged you in it. Don't worry. From now on, I'm just going to tag the next video so you know which one I'm talking about. All right. So So yeah, go ahead and pull your scripture. I'm gonna make sure he has the next one.
Zechariah 11:5.
Zechariah chapter 11, verse 5. Whose possessors slay them
Right.
and hold themselves not guilty.
Right, because they didn't see nothing wrong with this. This was children that they slayed. They murdered children, but they didn't see anything wrong with it. They just dug a hole in the ground and threw them in there. Read.
And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord.
Right, because did not the white man take us into slavery?
Correct.
The so-called Native Americans into slavery. Yes, they took them into slavery and forced them to learn Catholicism. That's where you get these boarding schools at. Because what is the famous saying? Kill the Indian, save the man.
Right.
Keep reading.
Blessed be the Lord, for I am rich.
Because they made much money off of us. Read.
And their own shepherds pity them not.
Right. So where are the so-called black leaders, right, that's supposed to be speaking on our behalf about what our people have went through and what we continue to go through? They don't care. They care about getting money.
Facts.
That's all they care about.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. That's all they care about. Y'all got that?
1870.
All right, let's play that.
I thought yes.
So the video that we just watched supposed to have came after this one, right? So the boarding schools where you found the unmarked graves, this is going into it. Play it.
In 1879, the government funded Pratt's project, the first ever off-reservation boarding school for Native American children. His motto was to kill the Indian and save the man.
Just like what Officer was bringing out.
Wow.
What started there at the Carlisle Indian Industrial School was nothing short of genocide, disguised as American education. Children were forcibly taken from reservations and placed into the school, hundreds, even thousands of miles away from their families. They were stripped of their traditional clothing, their hair was cut short. They were given new names and forbidden from speaking their native languages.
To take our children and to indoctrinate them into Western society, to take away their identity as indigenous peoples, their tribal identity. I think it's one of the most effective and insidious ways that the U.S. did do harm to indigenous peoples here, because it targeted our children, our most vulnerable. And they tried to make us ashamed for being Indian, and they tried to make us something other than Indian.
There are also accounts of mental, physical, and sexual abuse, of forced manual labor, neglect, starvation, and death.
My great-grandfather went to Carlisle, and nobody in my family ever talked about it. So if you Google Indian boarding schools, the majority of the pictures that you will see will be actually from Carlisle. Colonel Pratt created propaganda. He hired a photographer to create those before and after photos to show that his experiment was working. So it was, intentional propaganda.
Wow.
And it worked. The
Hey,
Carlisle
watch.
model of
Let's get-
education swept the country.
Watch this, y'all.
Pause.
Pause that. Let's go back to the basics. Go to 28 and 37 and Deuteronomy. Watch
telling
this.
you.
Yep.
Watch this.
And they try to make it seem like the Native Americans ain't got nothing to do with the Bible.
Yeah,
Right.
all that stuff she just explained is the same things so black people went through here in America. It's the
Exactly.
same.
Right.
We the same people.
So that's Psalms 83. Let's crafty counsel. Let's make a tumult
That's
against
right.
God's hidden
There
ones.
you go.
Here it goes. It's been in front of us this whole time. Get that?
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword.
That byword. Because remember, they kept calling themselves what? Indians. That word Indian means slave.
Yep.
Right? That's the byword. So they're no longer called Native Americans, right? Originally, remember, America, before the colonialism happened, when those 18 colonies took America for the revolution, that was 2.5 billion acres of land that they stole from Native American Indians.
Yep.
Right? And it was over 200 different tribes that were here. So,
Hey, officer, this
Yes,
is the
sir.
thing I got to line up with you, right? Because all praises to the Most High, the books. We
Yeah.
got
Right.
books
Yeah.
now.
Right.
We could read, y'all.
right, that's right.
The lost tribes of the promised land.
Yeah.
Right,
When Montezino spoke with the natives,
right.
they said that they were themselves of the tribe of Reuben.
That's
Right.
right.
So they weren't even calling themselves Native Americans.
That's
Right.
correct.
They knew what tribe they were from. They even knew that in the neighboring islands that Joseph, the children of Joseph, was there.
Correct.
So they knew that indoctrination, that hidden one, that crafty counsel, they did a number on them to the point where now the children don't even know.
Yep.
Correct.
That's why all praise to the brothers who's hitting the reservations up and going and teaching our brothers.
That's right.
Slowly but surely they're waking up.
That's
They're
right.
starting to connect their dots. They're starting to see that our oppression and their oppression is the same.
Right.
Correct.
Yeah.
But it's not going to happen, also, like you just said, without afflictions and persecutions that they're going through.
Right.
So if you look at the byword of the Negro, African American, the N word, can I say N word? Negro. That's another word.
Yeah, we know.
Come on,
Yeah.
it's an alternative.
Right.
You know
So
that.
it's alternative word. So all these words, if you look at the classification of the so-called minority, when you look at the word minority, the root word is minor, right? So when you read the scripture from Genesis to Revelation, the Lord always says, speak to who? The children. So when you get children that are lost without an identity, and you're minors because you have not yet learned to repent and return back to your father's commandments, you begin to follow in the doctrine that your enemies give to you after they oppress you. I'm saying? So that's why it's important we take these basic scriptures and understand they're profound, and it identifies us with the people of the book.
That's right.
Right. Hey, Deuteronomy chapter 28, read verse 32. Because they said that they forcibly took the children from the reservations. Read Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 32.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 32.
Uh-huh.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Uh-huh.
And thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long. And there should be no might in thine hand.
There were no might. They say they took their children thousands of miles from the reservation.
Right.
Forcibly. Watch this. It says they changed. They weren't allowed to speak their language. They changed their names. That's the bywords. Go to verse 50.
Verse 50.
Start from 49.
Verse 49.
Uh-huh.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far.
Uh-huh. How far?
From
the other side of the earth.
Yep.
Read.
From the end of the earth.
Uh-huh.
As swift as the eagle flies.
Because where the French came from, the other side. The Spaniards, the other side.
side.
The British, the
Other
other
side.
side. Read.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
They didn't understand English. They didn't understand Spanish. They didn't understand French. Read.
A nation of fierce continence, which shall not regard the person of the old.
The sister that's in this documentary stated that it was a genocide.
Yes. She said it was nothing less than a genocide.
Yeah,
Yes.
nothing less than a genocide. So check, but this the thing about it. You know, a genocide goes into the elderly,
Everybody.
middle-aged, and the
Like,
young.
everybody get it.
They only had the young.
Right.
Yep.
And it was a massacre. That's why the guy is saying they found 2,000 bodies of unmarked graves. The experiments that they were doing to these kids. Yeah, the God says the atrocities that would happen to us. Watch this. Leviticus chapter 26.
Yep. And she said sexual abuse was going on over
Man,
there
look
as well.
here. You have young girls with Catholics.
Right.
You know what the Catholics do with the little boys.
Oh yeah.
Now you got Native American women, the young boys. Man, listen. That's why God says he's going to bring things to our remembrance. That's why when we come back, when we're reborn, we're not going to have the same mindset. Some of y'all can't kill a child.
Say that.
God says this, I'm going to put a new mind in you that you're going to break these nations in pieces because he's going to remind you of everything they have done in the dark.
Right.
Leviticus 26, let's read verse 17.
Leviticus chapter 26, verse 17.
We're going to jump around so you can understand the severity of the punishment that we're going through because we didn't want to keep God's commandments. Read that.
And I will set my face against you.
Read it again.
And I will set my face against you.
Uh-huh.
And ye shall be slain before your enemies.
Read.
They that hate you.
They that what?
They that hate you.
They that what?
They that hate you.
So these people don't love us.
Right.
Read.
Shall reign over you.
So any one of you that you have to go to somebody else, another nation for you, they're reigning over you. If you have to go to them for resources, they're reigning over you. God says those people who reign over you hate you.
You know what that also means, officer? He said, they that hate you reign over you. That's integration. That's what he's talking about. He's saying you will be integrated amongst your enemies. That's going into civil rights movement, turbulent 60s. All that's in that particular precept. So God is letting us know right there that you shall be integrated with your enemies, that shall overcome you, and all these things shall be brought back to your remembrance. And honestly, it should piss us off to become better. That's what it should do.
Let's just read on.
And ye shall flee when none pursueth you.
Read on.
And if ye will not yet for all this hearken unto me, then I will punish you 7 times more for your sins.
So he's going to punish us 7 more times because we don't want to listen. Jump to verse 21.
Verse 21. And if ye walk contrary unto me, and will not hearken unto me, I will bring 7 times more plagues upon you according to your sins.
So we got 7 times 7. We have 49. Y'all going to have to help me on this math, y'all. All right, jump to verse 24.
Verse 24. Then will I also walk contrary unto you, and will punish you yet 7 times for your sins.
Hey, so where we at now?
49 times 7.
Well, yeah. What is it? What is it? Because that's the number we on. That's the number we on. I see that boy working fast. You see when the fingers start to move, he doing the math. Hey, listen here.
Going to the 43 years?
Nah, that's not what that's going into. Hold on, I got you right now. I went to my calendar. We gonna do this math to see how bad the Lord is punishing us. What was that?
340.
340 what? 343 times.
343.
Lord said, listen, I'm 7 times 7 times 7. Y'all want to play games? Yo, the Lord ain't playing games with us. He says because we don't want to listen, he's going to continue further in that affliction. So go back to the video. Let's finish it off.
And led to the creation of over 350 boarding schools to assimilate Native American children.
On the one
Hey,
hand,
do me a favor.
we
Get
have
the map
Navajo
next.
as we find him in the desert.
Get the map next. So
Few of
300
these
boarding
boys and girls
schools.
have
300 boarding schools, and we know what they did in one.
Damn.
And it's the same person reigning over you in each of those boarding schools. Could you pull up the map? Why would they have to make 300 boarding schools all throughout the Americas? Y'all got the map? No, the other one. Native Americans, the tribes.
And you know what, officer, in those boarding schools, they was forcing them to be Catholics. That also goes for those dumb black, whatever they want to call themselves, saying that Christianity saved black people.
Right.
There you go. Read Deuteronomy 28, verse 64.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 64.
Uh-huh.
And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other.
Uh-huh.
And there thou shalt serve other gods.
In the place of your captivity, you're going to have to serve another God. That's what that boarding school was about.
Yep.
You serving another God. Now, you see the tribes of the Indian nation. That's why they had to have 300 boarding schools all throughout the Americas. And you remember, they said they took the children from their reservations thousands of miles away. So anything near that boarding school, those reservations around the boarding school, that's the tribes they went and targeted. Now play the video that I had queued, that I told you to queue up on the chat with the ox. Go to Deuteronomy chapter 28. I think it was verse 31. I'm shooting from the hip.
About what?
Yeah.
The ox.
Yeah.
Read that.
Sir. Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 31.
Uh-huh.
Thine ox shall be slain before thine eyes, and thou shalt not eat thereof. Thine ass shall be violently taken away.
Hey, you know how funny that is? That it speaks of an ox, and then it speaks of an ass? Watch this. I'm going to tag you in it. I think I already did. Yep, I tagged you already in it. It's the one I put next to. It's the same one. So it says, read it again for me.
Deuteronomy chapter 28.
We got a trainee back there right now. There's a trainee.
Looks like it.
Damn, I don't want to say it like that because then, you know, with Babylon the Great training.
Well, that's tranny.
That's tranny. My bad. You know,
My
Hebrew messed up. My Hebrew messed up. Give it. All right. Hey, you got the video? But read it for me, officer. Might as well lay it out. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 31. Thine ox shall be slain before thine eyes, and thou shalt not eat thereof.
So it says the ox, right? So whose ox was slain before their eyes? Read on.
Thine ass shall be violently taken away.
Whose ass was violently taken away from them? 40 acres and a mule?
Right. Yeah.
And then it says an ox. Why would the Lord use an ox and then a donkey?
Right.
Why would he do that? Let's play this video.
What if I told you the key to defeating an entire people wasn't a weapon, but a buffalo? In the late 19th century, the U.S. government and private hunters waged war.
Pause it.
Yep.
We see if everybody had a public school education, you went through this history and you seen these pile of bones before.
Yeah.
They show you that little video of them shooting out the trains and shooting buffaloes as they drive by. We all seen this picture, but we never made sense of it until we read Deuteronomy 28. We're like, yo, this is what it was going into.
Yep.
Play.
Or on the buffalo, the lifeblood of plains tribes like the Lakota and Cheyenne. Buffalo Bill Cody, a legendary frontiersman, was among those who participated in the mass slaughter, killing thousands of buffalo. This wasn't just for profit. It was a calculated strategy.
Okay, hold on. Okay. So, unless you're going to get into it, officer, I'll kind of just segue into it. That lets you know that another way to attack a nation is by hitting their resources.
Yep.
Right.
They can cut your water, because the buffalo was a very valuable resource to the Native Americans here, so-called Native Americans. Cut their water off, cut their electricity off, cut the heat off. Talking about modern day now, because even in Turks and Caicos, a lot of stuff they have food-wise has to get imported there. But Amalek is the one that runs it over there. Elam runs it over there as well. A lot of the food that comes, they'll dump it all in a big landfill.
Right.
They just let it rot so they can keep the people there oppressed. Because when we think of Turks and Caicos and different islands, we think, oh, man, this is nice and this, that, there. That's literally on one side of the island. And when you go to the other side where the people that actually live there, you got places like Dockyard, you got places like 5Ks. They don't have running water. They don't have electricity. It's horrible. Tribe of Levi out there, too. It's bad. Our brothers and sisters bad. So that lets you know that Esau has known this from way back then about attacking resources to target the children of Israel.
Remember that crafty counsel.
Crafty counsel.
That's why I say it was strategic. People were thinking, oh, no, we just killing buffaloes for their hides.
Nah.
No. They understood the people needed this resource to survive. This is what they needed when winter came. Y'all know how the mean season is up north.
Yeah.
They needed that. That's what used it for coats and different things like that. So I know people say, oh, but the Bible said an ox. This is a buffalo. They're from the same family.
Yeah. You know people.
Yeah. Look it up. They're in the same family. Use wisdom.
I'll make a statement right quick.
Yeah.
80% of so-called black people here in America, 80%, live in only 10 major cities. How easy would it be to cut off the electricity? Cut off the water. Cut off a lot of this is just 10 major cities. It's 50 states.
Yeah.
We're done.
Man, they already know. During COVID, they had people scrambling for toilet paper. They already know. If y'all was scrambling for toilet paper, people getting in a fist fight, what would you do if you're running out of water? What would you do if you're running out of food?
Hey, look at black people when they run out of chicken.
Yeah.
They be tripping.
What? Yeah. Popeyes.
Yeah, Popeyes. That chicken,
Right.
boy, they be tripping.
Kill you over shoes.
And this is, you know what, this is the big problem with integration. It makes you dependent. We need their water, Deuteronomy 28, 48. We need their food. We need their resource, their education. So if you're integrated and you're not separate, like the Bible commands you to be, and we're not stocking up on supplies that could command through the prophecy, then if you're dependent upon your enemies, they got access to your livelihood.
Right.
Yep. And you know what's crazy about that too, officer? It go with the class. I'm gonna bring it around full circle.
No,
They hate us so much when we did segregate, they still came
you
at
go.
us.
There you go.
Yeah. So even trying to be a nation within this nation, they like, nah.
Yeah,
You know,
nah.
it's like an ex that don't want to let you go. That's America.
Yes.
You try to get away from them? Nah.
Yeah,
She
nah.
breaking in the house. Listen,
Abusive relationship.
Yeah, it's an abusive
Damn.
relationship. She
Yeah.
trying to get back with you.
Damn.
She don't want nobody else to have you. Nope, you ain't going nowhere. Finish playing the video.
It's crazy. Cold world.
U.S. military encouraged hunters to decimate buffalo herds, knowing the tribes depended on them for food, clothing, and tools. General Philip Sheridan
Didn't,
even praised the destruction.
Samson whooped somebody with a jawbone.
With a jawbone of an ass.
Yeah, all right.
Yep.
They could make tools out of that. They knew
Yep.
that they could
Weapons.
use that
Yep.
for weapons.
Everything.
Read on. I mean, play.
Calling it a way to destroy the Indians' commissary and force them onto reservations. Millions of carcasses were left to rot, their hides taken while native communities starved. By the 1880s, fewer than 1,000 wild buffalo remained.
All right, you can
For
drop
Native
that.
Americans,
You could drop that. So you seen, mind you, those buffaloes was in the millions. They
Yep.
left them in a few thousands.
Yeah.
So watch this. Let's read this book.
Yep.
That's the whole picture. Let's see.
Yep. Hey, that lets you know
Yeah.
behind animals going extinct, it ain't because of natural disasters and all
Nah.
that stuff. Don't let them fool you.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's a man that like to go hunting. His name is Esau. His nation became Edom. Cunning hunter. I'm telling you, all right. All right. Remember, they say that they hunt our steps.
Yep.
Right.
Listen, man. That's why they even came up with what is it? Craven.
Craven. Yeah, Craven.
Man, look here,
Yeah.
man. That's what they do.
Yep.
All right, so this book called Light in Truth. Let's get to the next page. Could you read that for us?
Yes, sir. Antiquity of America. America was first settled by the Israelites.
That's right.
Know
Drop the bomb.
that.
Drop the bomb, brother.
So listen, hey, there's no way that you could come and interrogate them, and if they were Native Americans already, for you to find out that they were Israelites.
Damn.
They knew who they were before they got
Right.
destroyed.
There you go.
You see this? America was first settled by the Israelites.
That's
Indians who came out from Egypt.
Right.
Wow.
They could trace their ancestry. Watch this next page.
It's a cold book.
Yeah, it is.
America was originally peopled by Christian nations, which lived mostly by hunting and fishing. The Europeans who first visited these shores treated the natives as wild beasts of the forest and hunted the Indians down
They
with
did
dogs
what?
and
They
hunted
hunted.
the Indians down with dogs
you pull
and
that?
guns.
Well, it says that, our bodies, but that's Lamentations 5 right there.
Yep.
It says they hunt our steps, or is that Lamentations 4? It's in Lamentations.
Yeah. But this the thing
Yeah.
about it. A cunning hunter.
Right.
Remember, they consulted with one consent. They weren't the only ones. It says the Europeans. What Europeans? The French, the
Yep.
British, and the Spaniards.
Spaniards.
They were all in cahoots. We need to decimate these people.
All right.
Read on.
And hunted the Indians down with dogs and guns.
Whoa, don't that sound familiar?
Yep, it sure does.
Dogs
Like the
and
Negro.
guns.
Yep.
Watch this. You say like the Negroes,
Just
right?
like the Negro.
Let's get to the next page.
What is that? They hunt our steps.
The people of God who were murdered
The
by
what? The people of who?
people of God.
So they know. They know. That's why you can't tell this to
Damn.
the general public. If the general public knew they've been massacring the children of Israel, and that the book that they're reading every Sunday is the book of the people you've been massacring,
Damn.
yo, how can you live with yourself? You ain't gonna be able to go in that church with your head lifted up all high. You can't do that no more.
Right.
Every time you look us in the eye, you're going to put your head down because you know, these are the people of God. These are the people that I'm thinking supposed to be in, that I'm worshiping in Israel.
Right.
Because the only reason you treat those people in Israel right now the way that you do is because you think they're the people of
There
God.
you go.
Exactly.
Finish it off.
The people of God who were murdered by thousands, men, women, and children, under the act made by Congress
Who runs Congress? Read.
in cold blood murder to obtain their land. Woe unto the nation, the United States of America.
Babylon the Great.
But they tell you to vote.
Wow.
They know.
Don't vote, nigga.
They know. You'll go for that?
It was Lamentations 4 and 18. Yes, sir.
Lamentations chapter 4, verse, when it started 17?
Start at 17.
Verse 17. As for us, our eyes as yet as yet failed us.
His eyes failed. His eyes failed. He can't see.
Damn.
Go ahead.
As for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help.
Right, because we're depending on these people that murdered and killed and did all this destruction to us for help at the same time. We asking the enemy for help. As for us, our eyes as yet failed for vain help. These people are not in our benefit to help us. Read.
In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
How's a nation that destroy you going to save you? That's not how it works. Read.
They hunt our steps.
They do what?
They hunt our steps.
They hunt our steps with dogs and guns. Read.
That we cannot go in our streets.
We can't even go in our own streets. We can't even leave a house without looking over our shoulder, thinking that a cop is trying to kill you. It don't even have to be a cop. It could be the KK and the K.
There you go. That's what they are.
Yep. Read.
Our end is near. Our days are fulfilled, for our end is come.
Yep. Read 19.
Verse 19. Our prosecutors are swifter than the eagles.
Our persecutors are swifter than the who?
The eagles of the heaven.
That's the Congress.
Who uses the eagle? Who used the eagle when they came over here during the Spanish Inquisition and conquered millions, billions upon billions of our people, Native American Indians? The so-called white man. The white man.
Yeah, man.
And this is how you know the Bible's a living book. y'all.
Absolutely.
We can look at history, right, and read it in the Bible and know that what God spoke will always come to pass.
Yep.
There is no other book on the earth that can do that.
That's right.
So, can we go back? You gonna get something else?
No, sir. Go ahead.
I want to go back to you, Arnie.
Yeah, I'm trying to, you
Because
know.
it precepts for what you just said. What the eagle. 28. What we're gonna do? 49.
49.
And 50. Yep.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far.
So we can't blame the white man for who he is. God created him for the intent through prophecy. Way back in Deuteronomy, God said, because you didn't do what I say, 1,000 years later, I'm going to bring this white man upon you, and all these things are going to happen to you because you rebelled against me. So this white man is just doing his job.
Yep.
We can't get mad at him for that. Read.
From the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand, a nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young.
They killed women and children. So think about this. For you to see a land that you want, and you just murder and you take it, why would a man that murdered hundreds of millions of you and your people and your children and families for generations all of a sudden pass laws to care about you and give you the things that you need?
Hey.
It makes no sense.
Exactly.
Hey, Zadok, look at that other book. I just posted another book because you said something about it's no different from the Negro of what was being done to him. You're gonna see some things that a lot of brothers, Judah, you might be Gad. You might be Gad. You don't know.
Yeah.
Hey,
real talk. Yeah, I honestly, I'm gonna let y'all know a secret right now.
Yeah.
Oh, here we
I'm
go.
gonna tell my family.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
Honestly, on the cool, I might be from the tribe of Reuben.
Hey.
My dad was telling me some stuff that like his dad supposedly was Native American.
It be like that.
Supposedly. I'm still repping Judah. Hey, everybody come from the waters of Judah though.
Yeah,
Just
of
saying.
course.
You know
Judah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, hey, as long as I'm part of 12, I'm
all that
straight.
counts.
That's all it is.
Right.
Yeah. I know I ain't
I
Issachar
don't care if
though.
I was Dan, I'm still getting through them gates. As long as I keep the law. All right, play with it. I'm assimilating to the other tribe. Play games. You got the book? All right, get in there.
Play games.
All right. Listen, stay faithful to the end. I ain't playing no games.
Hey, too, I do want to make a point later on after you bring out officer that the reason they said that they was killing them was because they wanted their land. I do have a scripture with that, but let's get to that. Lego.
All right, give me Zechariah, I think 1:15 why he gets that book. Zechariah 1:15. I think that's what I want. Let me go to it.
Which one? Let's see. Oh, they afforded the
Yeah.
affliction?
Because we about to segue to the other side of the world right quick after this one right here. So, read it.
Zechariah chapter 1 and verse 15. And I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease. For I was but a little displeased.
He was but a what?
I was but a little displeased.
The Lord was still going to jack y'all up, even though he was a little displeased. But what happened?
And they helped forward the affliction.
So it says, not y'all. All right, y'all did what y'all had to do because we broke God's commandments. But then you helped further.
They went OD with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yo, all right, whipping wasn't enough. You got boys alive. You gotta operate on our bodies with no anesthesia.
All right.
And like, yo, you did all type. You gonna see the types of things they done did to us, y'all. When we get to it,
Sexual assault.
right?
That too.
Listen, the way that they did Benjamin and Judah, they did it in the islands as well. But boy, God forbid, boy. Look at here. It says they're going to try to do this stuff again. So when we get to it, y'all going to see. That's it on that?
Yes, sir.
This is the end that it was talking about. Go to Ezekiel chapter 35 and verse 5. So we had to serve our slavery. We did that. They helped further the affliction. So there was other times where, okay, we served our slavery. They continued to further the affliction.
Ezekiel chapter 35 and verse 5.
because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword.
Now you have to think about this, right? Now, if you could identify the children of Israel, see who's been persecuting the children of Israel the most.
Right.
Once you find out who that man is, then you will understand what nation this is.
Exactly.
So we know with the children of Israel, who's been oppressing us the most?
Bring it out.
The white man.
Yep.
Right.
It is what it
keep
is.
it 100.
Keep it 100. No matter where you go. You go to Israel, you go to Europe, you go to Russia,
Africa,
wherever you go. Even in
everywhere.
Africa where it's all black, you still getting oppressed by white people over there.
That's why it says perpetual.
Right.
It ain't never end.
Right. You can still identify to this day.
Right.
Read on.
In the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end.
So at when 1863, 1865, that's when our iniquity was at an end. The for us transgressing God's commandments, that's when all that was supposed to stop. It was supposed to cease. But what they started doing, black clothes, Jim Crow,
Jim Crow.
It's all this.
They had Juan Crow.
Yeah, all this
for Native-
extra stuff. To the point, even now, there's something that you was gonna bring out later on, which we'll wait to that. But what was it called? In something.
That was the was it UEN?
We'll get to it. We'll get to it. Watch this. Read that book. Africa's Gift to America.
All right.
Africa's gift to America.
Next page. You see it?
The Africans in the making of America, the first Europeans.
All right, read on.
What would have been the fate of the New World had there been no Africa? By Jose Antonio Sacco, Spanish-American historian.
Next page. Go ahead, read that.
The Spaniards considered Indians just one step above the beast.
Whoa. Wow. You go ahead.
They called them gente sin razón, finding them unwilling and useless.
Next page.
Laborers. They massacred them and fed their flesh to dogs. Las Casas' account of
That's
this.
the book by
Bartolome de la Casa's
The Destruction of
Destruction.
Indians.
I got that book.
Man,
too.
listen.
Yeah.
What they did to the Native Americans, the ones that were in the Caribbeans,
Yeah, I'm
Central
glad-
South
I'm glad you brought
America.
that up.
Yo,
Yeah.
I think, because we still getting it. But boy, what they did to the Hispanics and Native Americans,
Yes. Yeah. Nah.
yeah, boy,
yeah,
them
man,
boys
that
were
book
vicious,
is bad.
boy.
Yeah.
The comparison is bad, y'all.
Yeah, it's
Read
horrible.
on.
Las Casas' account of this is one of the most horrifying of all documents on man's inhumanity to man. They even sent Indians to be sold in Europe.
They did what?
They even sent Indians to be sold in Europe.
Read on.
Columbus himself took 400 for sale there in 1498.
So stop thinking that, blacks were the first ones to be put on cargo slave ships.
Right.
Like, yo, y'all were. But watch this. There's something prior to the transatlantic slave trade. We're going to get
Hey,
there.
that's a fire book right there, boy.
What? Watch this. Read on.
The early American whites were almost as cruel. Connecticut whites massacred the Pequot Indians.
Infants were torn from their mother's breast and hacked to pieces.
Man, didn't care about the old or the young. This is the genocide that was going on in the same whatever them little public schools that they have for the Native Americans.
Boarding schools.
Boarding schools. Read on.
The heads of the parents were chopped off and kicked about in the streets.
That's where they get soccer from and kickball.
Governor Bradford wrote, "It was a fearful sight to see them frying in the fire and streams of blood quenching the same, and terrible was the stink and stench thereof. But the victory seemed a sweet sacrifice, and they, the whites, gave praise thereof to God."
Yo, what type of...
They call that manifest destiny.
That's witchcraft.
Yeah.
When you human sacrifice and then you over here praising, man, that's witchcraft.
Yes, it is.
That God, that was Satan.
That was Satan,
that they were praising.
Yeah.
That wasn't God the Father.
Beelzebub.
Read on. You can start from these salvages.
These salvages, as they called them, had no rights that a Christian European was bound to respect. Had the pilgrims touched some European shore and seen their baskets of corn, wouldn't they have considered that theft? Later, they were to capture Indians and sell them as slaves in the West Indies.
Now watch this. Next. Here we go. Start from the Indian reservations in America.
The Indian reservations in America foster this apartness, even though most of the dwellers there are only traditionally Indian. For instance, the Shinnecock Indians of Long Island, among whom I have been, are indistinguishable from Harlem Negroes.
What?
Indistinguishable from Harlem Negroes.
Listen, y'all look like twins. With the Native Americans, y'all look like they couldn't tell them apart. From the Harlem Negro, the one that got off of slave ships in the 1600s, the Native American that was in these locations, they look identical, y'all.
Oh, that's fire right there.
So don't think, brothers be thinking, hey, nah, listen, you might be gay.
Never know.
You never know. So when it says that the atrocities that was happening to the so-called Negro didn't happen to the Native American, that's a lie. Y'all getting fed the dogs too. Y'all babies are getting ripped from your arms too. They were selling y'all on slave ships too. Now let's go to the next video. You got something? They have something? Indian Ocean.
Let's wait. This
Watch
getting good.
this, y'all.
Getting good.
Watch this.
Getting good.
So we know of the transatlantic slave trade.
Right.
We know of the sub-Saharan slave trade. Now we're going into the Indian Ocean slave trade. Because we knew that we went from the east to the west. We didn't know we went from the east to further east. That we don't really talk about.
Right.
We're gonna see now.
Istanbul were people of many different races. Skin color did not mark a person as free or enslaved. As a result, the descendants of those enslaved within the Ottoman Empire, unlike the descendants of enslaved Africans, have not faced centuries of racism and discrimination. The trafficking of Africans into slavery began much further back in time than many people realize, with enslaved people shipped not across the Atlantic Ocean, but the Indian Ocean instead.
The Indian Ocean slave trade is probably the oldest of the slave trades and transported more human beings, and it was multi-directional.
Look where they took them
Exports
from.
of the enslaved from the Indian Ocean to the Muslim world grew exponentially after Arab traders won control of the Swahili coast and sea routes in the 8th century.
Hey,
Oh,
I'm sorry.
notice this said the 8th century, right?
Yeah.
Watch this.
Hey, could you go back 10 seconds? He said something. I don't want to forget it. Yeah. That's good.
Transported more human beings, and it was multi-directional.
Exports of the enslaved from the Indian Ocean to the Muslim world grew exponentially after Arab traders won control of the Swahili coast.
Okay, pause it real quick. I just want to make mention of it. He said, from there to the Muslim world. How did most of our people become Muslim? Through slavery from Arabs.
Right.
I just want to make that point. All right. And also
Jeremiah 3:2.
yes, sir, that you sat down. Yeah. And also when you look at that picture of those slaves, you didn't see the women in pants as well. They was in dresses for you sisters out there that think you can wear pants. Just FYI. That's all I got. I mute my mic.
Sea routes in the 8th century. The trafficking of millions of human beings from Africa's east coast led to the emergence of African diaspora communities like the Shidis in Pakistan and India, and the Afro.
Shidis, Pakistan, India. What is their religion? They were practicing Islam. They're the real Muslims right there. Right. And how did our people learn that? Through slavery. You just saw that right there. They was taking them from the east coast of Africa, bringing them over there across the Indian Ocean and forcing them Islam, just like they forced the so-called Mexicans and Native Americans Catholicism here, and in the South they forced the so-called blacks Baptists and all the other man-made religions. It ain't rocket science. It's history, world history.
Right. So watch this.
Iraqis in Basra.
Islamic law does not permit slave trading. Many Muslims throughout the Indian Ocean world ignored those rules.
You hear that?
And so they plundered and captured Africans, Indians, Southeast Asians, usually non-Muslims.
Both Christianity and Islam asserted the value of a person as created by God.
All right, we can end that. We can end that. Now, they named the people, the Cds, right? They said the 8th century. Okay, that's what y'all say. This is what I want. The Wikipedia on city.
We gotta go commercial. You said.
Nah, it's the Wikipedia on. Oh, right now. All right, so y'all can chop it up.
Stay
Right?
tuned,
Y'all can
y'all.
chop
Stay
it
tuned.
up.
We'll
Hey,
be back.
listen,
Stay
stay
tuned. We'll be right
tuned.
back.
Good
We're gonna
stuff.
talk commercial break.
All praises. Commercial break.
Yo, yeah, I thought y'all gonna put something on.
I'm tired of this captivity, man.
What?
Crazy.
You? I just spent $300 at the grocery store, some cheese, some eggs, some damn milk, bro.
Damn, man, look. I'm ready to get up out of here, bro. I'm tired of this damn captivity, man. For real.
Trying to get back to the motherland. Trying to move forward, it seems like I'm just standing still like I'm doing the running, man. But I'ma keep moving and running, man. Not even chasing the rubber bands, cause they not gonna give me no upper hand. They lying, they cheating, they underhand. Playing two sides, you want a man. They killing us even with body cams. Stuck in the pressure, here come the 7th. I'm trying to get back to the body, man. We black and brown like a Roddy, man. Kicking our sin like a Roddy, man. You gotta be under to understand. It ain't no running from Uncle Sam. We better than scattered in other lands. Just trying to get word to the brothers, man. We go to the prison and teaching the ghetto and pulling them out of the gutter, man. Super Saiyan with the fight mode. We making a point like a slideshow. Level the score, fight go. Whip waters are blue on our nice clothes. The struggle is hard, ice cold, but we out here trying to ignite hope. Just start with the milk or you might choke, cause living this life is a tight rope. If you don't be careful, you might fold. You better let go of the blindfold, or you gon' miss out on that white road. Your ticket to getting a ride home.
I'm just trying to get that white road. that's all I know. Struggle so long, don't know which way to go. Only comfort comes in what my father wrote. And be striping hate, please purge from my soul. So when we get refreshed, heaven is all I know. Wipe these tears from my eyes, make me pure gold. So I can be worthy to wear that white robe. We've been walking through the valley of death. My trials get harder with every new step. People that I once loved turn to nothing but threats. My eyes red, I can't let it be the best. Said I got the playland with no regrets. So when I'm laid up, said it's nothing but rest. Tribulations come, I just pass a new test. Love the Lord, my God, treat my brother the best. I'm just trying to get that white gold. Demons, I gotta fight more. When we go out, it's a light show. Said I'm just trying to get that. Said I'm just trying to get that. Said I'm just trying to get that white gold. Demons, I gotta fight more. When we go out, it's a light show. Said I'm just trying to get that. Said I'm just trying to get that white robe. Trying to get in with a nice flow. Fighting demons all the time when it's dark up in my mind. Yeah, I gotta let my light show. Yeah, every now and again we slip. That's when you go harder on your precepts. Yeah, just man fall 7 times, but I got a golden ending and I'm gonna reach it. I cannot understand it. How my sins got so did do so much damage. If I want that white robe, then I got a lifetime and then I gotta change and my soul gotta examine. I cannot understand it. How my sins got so did do so much damage. If I want that white robe, then I got a lifetime and then I gotta change and my soul gotta examine. I'm just trying to get that white robe. Demons, I gotta fight more. When we go out, it's a light show. Said I'm just trying to get that. Said I'm just trying to get that. Said I'm just trying to get that white robe. Demons, I gotta fight more. When we go out, it's a light show. Said I'm just trying to get that. Said I'm just trying to get that.
All right, welcome back, family. All right, so what we was going over was the Indian Ocean slave trade. We're going to go straight back into it. So y'all seen the video before we left, right? About, they said the 8th century, and they were taking the CD people. All right, so this is Wikipedia. Let's read that about the CD. Scroll down. Let's read that.
The Sidi, also known as the Shidi, Sidi, or Sidhi, are an ethnic minority group inhabiting Pakistan and India.
They're inhabiting Pakistan and India. How did they get there? Read.
They are primarily descended from the Bantu peoples.
The who?
The Bantu peoples of the Zongs, coast in Southeast Africa.
So on the east side of Africa, let's just get that Luke 21 and 20. Luke 21 and 20. So it tells you that they of the people of the southeast coast and primarily from the Bantu people. The people that were taken from that southeast coast on the east coast of Africa that now live in Pakistan and India, they called them Sidi. Read that.
Luke chapter 21 and verse 20. And when you shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies.
So this is in 70 AD. Rome came to destroy Jerusalem. Christ was prophesying about it, saying that, listen, no longer in this place or in the place of your fathers when he was speaking with the Samaritan woman that you're going to be able to worship anymore. You're going to have to go into slavery. He was prophesying this. Read on.
Then know that the desolation thereof is nigh. Then let them which are in Judea.
So those that inhabit Judea do what?
Flee to the mountains.
The mountains are going into Africa.
Right.
Flee into Africa. Right. Remember, Rome is coming. Where is Rome located? Why would I go up to get closer to Rome? Right. Who's coming to destroy us? We're going to flee in the opposite direction. Correct. Read.
And let them which are in the midst of it depart out. And let not them that are in the countries enter thereinto.
Read.
For these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled.
So Jerusalem was going to be destroyed. Christ was giving us, take heed. This is what's going to happen. When you see this happening, flee into Africa. So, click, go to the next book. Go to the next book. Go to the next book. The land of the heart of Livingston. Yep. Read that for us.
The land of the heart of Livingston. Or
Livingstone, my bad.
Livingstone, or the genius of the Bantu.
Well, that's what it said, right? The Sidi people are those of the Bantu that were on the Southeast Africa. And we seen where the ships in that video was, where they was taking the people on the Southeast coast.
Right.
Tanzania, how you say it?
Tanzania,
Swahili, all these different places.
Madagascar was over there.
Yeah. Published in 1920. Read. Go to the next page. So, no, it should start from 1. You already got 30 to 45. Yeah, there we go.
I'm sorry.
And you can blow it up.
Yeah, make it bigger.
Yeah.
Oh, pause. Yeah, zoom in.
There we go.
Oh,
golly. Went cross-eyed. Go ahead.
In giving the list of the groups into which the Bantu are divided by related dialects and local affinities, we begin at the northeast with local positions on the map of the subcontinent.
So now they're going to tell you where the Bantu people were located at. So they give you a list. Scroll down. It says the groups thus designated are as follows. So as you can see, majority of these places are on the East Coast, right? Keep scrolling down. Let me see if it's on here. All right, go to the next page. You keep seeing east. Some of them is on the west side, some of them on the south side. But majority of the places were near the east, right? So go to the next page. Read that.
The contention has been made that the extraneous element of the Bantu was derived from tribes of Israel.
From what?
From tribes of Israel.
So the people that they call Sidi in India and over there in Pakistan, these people are the children of Israel. They letting you know. Watch this. Read on again. Read it again from the top.
The contention has been made that the extraneous element of the Bantu was derived from tribes of Israel, which were first carried away from Babylon. To Babylon, as related in the scriptures, and who afterward, in whole or in part, migrated through Egypt.
Why did it say in whole? We just read it. Christ say, flee to the mountains.
Right.
Take your behind into Africa. So we were there, damn near outnumbering every damn body else. But they could tell us apart, just like they knew the Native Americans. How they differentiate between the Negro and the Native Americans was based on their clothing, even though they looked alike. So even though we look like the Africans, the Hamites, our clothing were different.
Right.
Our traditions were different. Because remember, when the Negro got there, we damn near were destroyed. So watch this. Read on.
As related in Scripture, and who afterward, in whole or in part, migrated through Egypt into equatorial Africa, and through mingling with native tribes, upon whom they imposed much of their own religion and customs, gave rise to the peoples now known as Bantu.
Y'all see that?
Hold on. So wait, officer. So you telling me those brothers that have a lot of stuff to say about IUIC going over there to spread the gospel, they're wrong?
They dumb as hell. I ain't said God said it. I say y'all saw it. God said it. Now look, this is the map. Remember the numbers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look, remember that with East Africa 12, 8, 7. That's, you see the equator line?
35. Mm-hmm.
Now let's see. Go to the map of the Indian Ocean trade. Now we know we was taken from the West Coast. We was from the West Coast, but look, Kenya. Wow. How you say that? Tanzania.
Tanzania.
You see this?
Tanzania.
Yeah. Tanzania.
Tomato.
Yeah. And look where we were taken to.
Mozambique.
This is where our people were taken to. Mind you, they said the 8th century, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can do me a favor? Look up when the Great Wall of China was built. Because we only seeing it go to Syria, Iraq, Iran, Pakistan, India. How you say that? Sri Lanka. Well, look at here. But this is where our people were taken to. And the people that they call cities were Bantu people in Africa, which these people descended from the Israelites. We know a majority of them probably wasn't, depending on who their father was.
Right.
But the Bantu people are considered to be descendants of Israel. Now, they're over there in Pakistan and Iraq, and even further. Now, let's read that.
Yeah, they call them Afro-Iranians.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
The Great Wall of China was built over a period of more than 2,000 years, from the 7th century BC to the 17th century AD.
So it says from the 7th century, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do me a favor. Go to the other Wikipedia, the Indian Ocean slave trade. Because in the video that we saw, they said the 8th century. Great Wall of China built in the 7th century. Let's see when this really started. Let's read that.
The Indian Ocean slave trade, sometimes known as the East African slave trade, involved the capture and transportation of predominantly black African slaves.
So let's clear it up. Can we go to Joel chapter 3? Joel chapter 3. We're going to come right back to this article. Let's clear it up because people, there's always been this notion that blacks were selling blacks. Now, God prophesied and God made sure it was documented so that way there's no mistake on what really happened. Let's see who were the bounty hunters at that time that captured us. Could you read that?
Joel chapter 3 and verse 4. Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon?
Tyre and Zidon are located in lower Lebanon. These were Hamite cities. It's speaking of Hamites, read.
And all the coast of Palestine.
And Ishmael, the Palestinians, is speaking about these two groups doing what? Read.
Will you render me a recompense? And if ye recompense me, swiftly and speedily will I return your recompense upon your own head.
So God says, I'm going to reject your plea of trying to make it right with me. Your recompense. Recompense is you paying somebody back for something you did unlawfully or you stole, you got to give it back to him. So he says, will you recompense me the things you done did? So we're going to find out what the Hamites and the Palestinians, the Arabs, have done, or the Ishmaelites have done to God. So where he says, you need to pay me, but if you pay me, I'm going to reject it. Read.
Because ye have taken my silver and my gold.
Not only did you rob God, because you ransacked his temple.
Will a man rob God?
Because, would a man rob God? All right. Rob him if you want to. You ain't going to get a recompense. You're going to get death. Watch this. Read that.
And have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things.
What else did they do?
The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians.
So, all right. So these the people that was rounding us up and selling us to the Caucasians.
Right. Yep.
So before selling us to the Caucasians, they used us as their slaves. They sold us to each other. Before the white man came into Africa, they was already selling us, passing us around. This is what you finding out about in the Indian Ocean slave trade. They were selling us to Elam.
Yeah.
And then you're going to find out who else they were selling us to. Let's go back to it. The Indian Ocean slave trade. Let's read.
The Indian Ocean slave trade, sometimes known as the East African slave trade, involved the capture and transportation of predominantly black African slaves.
The Bantu.
Along the coast, such as the Swahili coast and the Horn of Africa.
Where they said the Bantu were located. We read the book We seen where they were taking them from. Read.
And through the Indian Ocean. The areas impacted included East Africa, Southern Arabia, the west coast of India, Indian Ocean islands, including Madagascar, and Southeast Asia, including Java.
Remember, we read the book where it says the slaves were predominantly black. Those black African slaves were the Bantu. Watch this, read on. Of course, they were selling some of the Hamites were selling some of their own people, the poor amongst their people, but they were searching for us first. Read on.
The source of slaves was primarily in sub-Saharan Africa,
which before the during the Indian Ocean slave trade became the sub-Saharan slave trade, and then the transatlantic slave trade. But watch this, read.
But also included other parts of Africa and the Middle East, Indian Ocean islands, as well as South Asia. While the slave trade in the Indian Ocean started 4,000 years ago, it expanded significantly in late antiquity, 1st century CE, with the rise of Byzantine and Sassanid trading enterprises. Muslim slave trading
Hold on,
started...
wait, what kind of slave trading?
Muslim slave trading.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Started when?
Started in the 7th century.
Started when?
The 7th century.
So they were selling us. You remember they said they was already going Middle East, Indian Ocean, South Asia. So these things started. If they were already selling and capturing people from over there, they was taking people from Africa and selling them over there as well for exchanging slaves. I'll probably have 3-4 male slaves, and I'm gonna need probably 10 women from wherever country I'm at. They were swapping. That's how trade goes. Sometimes you get money, sometimes you get other merchandise.
Psalms 83. That's that crafty counsel amongst all the different nations.
Right.
They was all communicating with each other so they can say, yeah, just like you said, yeah, I got these males, I need some females. What you got?
I'm telling you. So this started in the 7th century. Now watch this.
Hey, can I bring out something real quick?
Oh, yeah.
When you go to Joel chapter 3:3, which is read, if you look at this happened then, it also happens now. It says, and they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boyfriend harlot. And hold on, what's that? No, the gold. What verse was that?
Oh, you talking about verse 4?
Back in Joel, right?
Yeah, where we at?
You'll read it. He got it.
Yeah, read it.
Joel chapter 3 and verse 5.
Right.
Because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things.
So what this proves is that when you look at the Negroes today, they flock to the Muslim world.
Bring it out, officer.
The reality of it is, black Muslim Negroes contribute $1 billion a year to the Muslim community. That money goes out of the hands of Negroes into the Muslim world, which enslaved us. So, like you're saying, officer, when you look at the history of the transatlantic slave trade, or the sub-Saharan slave trade, Tang Dynasty, or whatever the slave trade is, our people are mesmerized by other nations, by idolatry, and we pour money into other systems that had nothing to do with us. So this is the issue that we always have. We always desire the other nations, and even with the Muslims, with the Native American Indians, the Muslim world, which meaning the Negroes that went into Muslim, right, into that community, they love Arabs. The Negro love Christianity. These slave trades, even to this very day, we went into the when you look at the history of that, the gold and the different things that we contributed to that society, if you trace the history back, even with every slave trade, it always goes back to that generational curses from then until now of how we contribute money outside of our own communities and we pour into religions that have nothing to do with us.
Oh yeah, yeah. They lent to us, and this is the thing about it. That scripture goes heavy. Could you get that Deuteronomy 28?
Yeah, 43.
Hey, that scripture goes heavy because, I'm a visual learner. So when I'm reading the scriptures, I try to imagine what I'm reading, and sometimes it gets too how you say it, visual for me.
Yeah,
so
too vivid.
But it helps me break the scripture down even better. Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 43. The stranger that is within thee.
Hey, start there. Yeah, I'm sorry. My bad.
The stranger that is within thee shall get above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low.
That's what these other nations.
Yep.
These other nations have became lords over us. They rule over our bodies. Read.
He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him.
Read on. Watch this.
He shall be the head.
The head, right? What does the head do? What's with the head? You got eyes, you got a nose, you got a mouth, right?
Yeah.
Right.
The head gets to eat,
Right.
right?
Think.
Yeah, it gets to
with your
think, it
brain.
gets to do all of that. Read on.
He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
What comes out of the tail? Shit.
Feast. Oh, okay. Well,
You ain't
take it
gonna have shit. You see how simple that was?
Hey man, y'all suck on the sound effects today. Yeah, there you go.
You see you see how simple that? I'm like, I'm like, damn. And the Lord was trying to tell us something. They're gonna be the head. The head get to eat. They get to enjoy. You get the repercussions of what they get to enjoy.
The pork chops.
Yeah, you get the shit.
The tail.
That's damn, yeah, appreciate you. Yeah, you get crap. That's what you get. That's what the Lord is telling you here. And so let's go back.
Hey, can you read verse 41? Read 41 for officer.
Verse 41. Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity.
You know what's so wild about that? Meaning all the times that your children are not with you, they're where? In captivity.
Yep, in captivity. Yep.
Meaning the school system, that's why it's called the school to prison pipeline.
Yep.
That's captivity.
Right.
Because they're teaching your child another doctrine.
Right.
You remember they go to school, we learn Thanksgiving, Christmas, Valentine's Day.
Right.
I done got Valentine's Day gifts. I done gave Valentine's Day. You being indoctrinated. That's what's going on. God says when you're not enjoying your children, it's because they're in captivity.
Right.
Think about it. As soon as they hit of age, you already have them working.
Picking cotton.
Why? We need help with the rent. We need help with the bills. They have to go into captivity. You're not going to enjoy your children. Not only that, but you're at work damn near 24/7 as well. All right, so the article, right, in Wikipedia, the Indian Ocean slave trade, part where I wanted Muslim slave trading started in the 7th century. Get that next book. There's a little clip it. Nope, not that one. It's the one underneath it. The book is called, nope, it doesn't have the book on there, but I just want the little clip it.
Is that the book you got, Black Holocaust?
Nah, I tagged you in it. No, not that one. I tagged you. That we're gonna go into this one right after this. We're gonna go into this right after it's the African slave. Let me see. Yep, that's it right there. Read that part right here. Since the 7th century.
Since the 7th century, Africans have maintained a consistent commercial relationship with China.
Whoa!
China.
How did the Africans maintain a consistent commercial relationship with China during when?
During the Tang Dynasty. Arab traders brought African slaves from East Africa to China.
This was taking place in the 7th century.
Where's the freaking thank you? Goodness gracious.
Was taking place in the 7th century during the Indian Ocean slave trade.
Wow.
Who was the predominant race that were being traded? The Bantu people. The Bantu were descendants of the children of Israel. Could you get Deuteronomy 28:68?
See, this is the reason why they got the blackout on us, bro.
Man.
This is undeniable.
Is this lining up?
Yes.
It's undeniable.
Yo, this is wild. Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
How you get back then in the 7th century? How you gonna get from Africa to China?
Hey, and why were they even in communications? Like Africans and Chinese people, what the hell was they even? What are they talking about?
They said Africans in China were in communication, but then you had Arab traders.
Yes.
Wait up. So the people who were the traders were the Arabs on the ship.
Right.
So the marketplace in Africa were the Africans, and the marketplace in China, the people that were the sellers were Chinese. So you had Africans meeting up with Arabs, and the Arabs were meeting up with the Chinese. And the merchandise was us.
Yep.
It's that simple. Line it up for
That's
yourselves.
that's the only. Okay, so the only thing that will bring them during that time was the 7th century that will bring these people together, because you got China over here, you got Africa over here, and you got the Arabs. The only thing that will bring them together is making some type of profit.
Right.
Money. Spices ain't gonna give you the money like slaves are.
Right. They came together with one consent.
One consent, exactly.
Finish it off. Yeah. You had Deuteronomy 28. Finish it off.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
And you can read Daniel chapter 9 on your own time, but you're going to end up finding out that you being put on slave ships and sold far and near of where your homeland is at is part of the curse that would only happen to the children of Israel.
Right.
That's why we know majority of those people on that ship were the Israelites.
That's right.
It says this would happen to our nation. Not just individuals. The whole nation went into captivity. All right. Finish the article up. Arab traders.
During the Tang Dynasty, Arab traders brought African slaves from East Africa to China.
Hey, we read the article about that too. Who was in the East Africa? Read on.
They comprised one of the many commodities in the Arabs' large-scale maritime trade with China. During this era, the first Chinese cultural perception of African people developed. These dark-skinned people were known as Kunlun. They were described as lower class, ignorant, scary, and dangerous.
Wow.
So you take people in slavery and you're going to label them as lower class. You ain't giving them nothing. You murder them and doing all kind of starving them out and stuff.
You know, I find that, I like, yo, guys, you got to read between the lines. You say we were dumb, inferior, but yet how you tell me to build a house and I can build it?
Thank you.
Right.
And I can't read your language. I can't write your language, but I can understand the schematics.
Yeah.
To build you a house, to farm your land, make it make sense.
What else they build in China?
Yeah, you know the funny thing about it, because Black History Month, the things that we built for us to years out of slavery and during slavery for us to come up with inventions. How dumb were we?
Yep.
Damn, imagine if y'all gave us a chance. Y'all wasn't giving us no chances and we were still excelling. Imagine if y'all leave us the hell alone. You imagine if we were a nation, right? And everything we made, we profited off of. We would be the superpower of this world.
That's right.
Yeah, like Wakanda for real.
Yep.
They know doorknobs.
Yep.
The
stethoscope.
Yep. The fluorescent light bulb. The filament in it.
Yep.
The cell phone. The refrigerator. Yo, the motor. Open heart surgery. Yeah, listen.
Folding
you would
chair.
have to come to us to learn any and everything. Same thing with Abraham. Arithmetic.
Yeah.
The Egyptians had to learn that from Abraham.
Right.
Yo, y'all would be nothing without us. The world would not exist the way it exists without us.
That's right.
The transport, the food with the refrigerator trucks, that was us.
Right.
The roller coaster that y'all enjoyed to ride on, that was us.
Even the locks on doors. Locks.
That was us.
That was us.
Right.
Stop playing. You know what it took for y'all to get to the moon? That was us. For y'all to fulfill that scripture, y'all needed us.
Yep.
There was a female black mathematician. I can't remember her name. They utilized her.
We know it was us.
Yeah, it was us.
Yeah. And ranch dressing.
Yeah.
This shit wouldn't taste good without us.
Yeah, y'all like to dip the damn carrots in there.
Y'all be using mayonnaise in Pelican Bay if it wasn't for us.
Y'all ain't even know how to make wine. Y'all ass ain't even know.
Damn.
Excuse my French. Y'all ain't know how to even take a bath. That was us. We taught y'all how to make soap. Your dirty ass. Eating ticks and lice off each other.
Damn.
That was us. We help y'all take a bath.
That's
the hell wrong
right.
with y'all? That's it on that? I don't know what the crickets were for, but
Y'all know. Say they were described as lower class,
damn, my
ignorant,
bad.
scary, and
You on
dangerous.
point.
Says although there were far more enslaved Chinese, some wealthy Chinese preferred the exotic Kunlun slaves.
Yeah, they wanted big black guys next to them.
But you
That what
notice,
it
y'all, with all the different captivities,
I had to watch me.
with the sub-Saharan slave trade, Tang Dynasty. If you notice the propaganda that they use, when Christopher Columbus came over here, he had to create a narrative of the people here they were cannibals, they were like monsters. So in order to justify enslavement, right, they had to create a characteristic that wasn't there.
Right.
Propaganda.
Yeah, they had to dehumanize them to make it seem like, hey, listen, we're doing them a favor.
Right.
For themselves and for all of the other nations.
Right.
Yeah, so they create that.
Yeah, so you won't have no pity for them.
Yeah. Right.
So think about this, right? It says since the 7th century, the Africans were being sold over there. When was the Great Wall of China being built? During the 7th century. So, and then they try to say, oh, there was no slaves building the Great Wall of China. It was prisoners. Prisoners is just another smart word for saying slaves.
There you go.
Come on, stop playing with us. We ain't dumb. All right, go back to the book. You were going to say something, officer.
Yeah, because right here, because you see the wordplay says, although there were far more enslaved Chinese, there some wealthy Chinese prefer the exotic colored slaves. So there's a difference when you have an indentured servant and when you have a slave.
Right.
When you see slave, they don't look at them as as people like we looked at the videos earlier. They didn't even have them. It said that they saw them lower than dogs and cattle and all that stuff. So having an indentured servant, like when you look on that movie, was that 12 Years a Slave? 12 Years a Slave. Remember there was that white man that was there because he had a debt. Right. Then he had to pay back. He wasn't getting treated the same way like those slaves were getting treated. Right. He was actually working to pay off his debt so he can go back to be free.
Right.
Nah, that wordplay right there. Oh, well, the Chinese had nah, that ain't the same type of thing. Those are servants, not slaves.
Right. Read the book Destiny, because don't forget Psalms 83 when we read in the beginning that these nations came with one consent. So who the Chinese, who the Japanese? Because when it said Asia, China, it's talking about all of them. The Koreans. All the Mongolians, whatever they are, all those people over there, North Koreans, Mongoloids, all of them. We call them Chinois and Creole. Yeah, man, listen.
Chinois.
Watch this. Read that, the book of Destiny.
From China.
This is a snippet in the book.
It is significant that it was Moab and Ammon, the ancestors of China and Japan, who came against Jehoshaphat in battle. Today, their descendants are the people of two great heathen countries.
These two great heathen countries. Moab is China. Ammon is Japan.
Konnichiwa.
Wasn't those one of the top 5 men on God's hit list?
Yes, it was.
That he's gonna come up against?
Shishini.
For making a consent to vote against his people. Right. Wow. All right. It's coming. So the Chinese and the Japanese, yes, that's Moab and Ammon. Y'all thought they weren't in the Bible. Yes, they are.
Right.
That's why they got those Mongoloid features, because they had sex. The two daughters had sex with the father.
Yep.
And that's why you have that Mongoloid feature amongst them. Let's go back. Let's go to the article. The books that you had before. The books you had before. All right, let's read that. East Africans.
East Africans of the Swahili culture, a blend of the Arab and indigenous African cultures that emerged around 900 AD. During the late 1300s and 1400s, traded extensively with the Chinese, particularly with Emperor Zhu Di, who had created a great fleet with ships 4 and 5 times the size of European ships of the same period. It would take the West another 600 years to develop the technological know-how to build ships with watertight bulkhead compartments.
So they came up with a way to mass deport slaves from Africa over to China. They was like, listen, our boats can fit double the amount that the ones that later on, 600 years later, that the transatlantic slaves trade could do. So we had 100 million that they'll say 100 million so-called 100 million sold from west coast of Africa to the Americas. They say this Indian Ocean slave trade outnumbers that. So, and they, like, again, officer, they keep saying, oh, man, why you brothers is going to Africa and India and all that? This is why.
It's not talked about.
It's not.
It's really not.
It's hidden.
It's really not.
Indian Ocean slave trade, I learned about the sub-Saharan and the truth. I only knew about the transatlantic.
Right. Same.
So this is another slave trade that was hidden prior to the sub-Saharan. Wild, man.
Damn.
Next. And this, you remember, Swahili, same place, East Coast.
By the 1400s, the Chinese had developed their shipbuilding technology to such an extent that many of their ocean-going vessels were more than 400 feet long and 200 feet wide. Moreover, the ocean-going trading fleet to East Africa, commanded by the eunuch Admiral Zhang He, in 1488, for example, 1418, was made up of a huge entourage of...
Nah, that was before. We could read that.
Yeah,
We could just read that. I don't think they were. You lined them up right. Go ahead.
When the newly formed European nations finally began to get their political and economic act together in the 1400s, they set out on a world mission of invasions for plundering. The evolution of their economic system into capitalism impelled these newly formed merchants, pirates, and political thugs to scheme against the church.
So even though the church authorized the slave trade, people went on a way to those like, you know what? Why the hell am I doing this for them when I could get rich right here?
Right.
That's why, who was it? Hernan Cortez. He burnt his ships. So why the hell I'm going to go give that woman, go back to Spain and give her money?
Yep.
Now I'm going to live like a king over here. We could subjugate them and I could chill. Built up Mexico City. All right, go to the next video. So 1132.
Elsie, you know what? When talk about the European capitalism, that's talking about America.
Yeah.
Because if you look, America says that it's a political system, but if you look at how it's ran by capitalism. If you look at all of the businesses inside of America, it's sold to foreign countries. So America sells itself from the inside out. It's never been about democracy. It's always been about capitalism. Like even when you look at, go ahead.
No. Go ahead. Hey, the picture of Black Massacre first.
And why I say capitalism is because they capitalized off the backs of the slaves. Like in 1954, if you look at the history, we contributed $30 billion to American society. Today, it's $1 trillion.
Wow.
So if you look at the capitalism, it's always like you're going into all these different slave trades. These slave trades funded every nation on the earth that has slavery. Without us, they wouldn't be nothing.
Right. Yeah, the way that they became superpowers. Yep. Think about it. Think about it. The Arab countries, they're rich.
Right. Because they stole everything.
There you go.
The Chinese
too.
Yep.
They're rich. The Americans, everybody that had a hand on us profited off. I'm talking about they're rich, filthy. That they say they got oil money.
Right.
Golly, you messing up my eyes with that.
Yeah, I couldn't even see it.
Trying to show me the time, I can't even see it.
Hey, I want to read a scripture after we go through this.
All right, so now we're gonna go back to the west side. So we jumping back and forth so to show y'all that listen, what happened to us didn't happen to nobody else.
Right.
Yo slave trade, the slave trades that happened here to the Native Americans, Hispanics, and then the Negroes is similar to the same thing that happened to the ones that are in Palestine, India, Pakistan. These are the children of Israel. We're scattered everywhere. In all those places where we went, we had to serve another God, and we did tell in amongst these nations.
Right.
So put this picture up. All right, so we know about Tulsa. We know about the cities that were the black flourishing cities that were, making money and everything like that they burnt down, opened up dams and flooded them.
Yep.
So these are some that you don't know about. And then I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think they don't got too much of Texas.
Yeah, they just got
because I found
Slocum.
out Beaumont. Is that what y'all call it?
Beaumont.
Beaumont.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen an article on Beaumont, and it was funny because when we was going to the Super Bowl blitz, Captain Nam was like, "Yo, don't ever stop in this town."
Yeah,
I was like,
it's a sundown town.
Yeah, I was like, damn. So yeah, this is just showing part of the Black Massacre, and that includes the Native Americans. Do not think. You remember what we read? You can't distinguish between the Negroes in Harlem and you other Native Americans. Yeah, you was as black as us. All right. You was gonna post
Yes, sir. Yeah. Micah 2. Yep. Opelousas, Thibodeau, Tulsa, Springfield. Oh, look at it. And it just that shows you too. It wasn't just the South.
Right.
It's literally all over America, all over. New York City 1, New York City 2, Chicago, Detroit, Washington, Philly. Man, it's all over. East Coast, up north, south, worldwide. Micah 2, 1, and we're gonna read down to verse 2.
Micah chapter 2 and verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds.
Right, because these nations come together with one consent. They're confederate against the nation of Israel, against the children of Israel. They say, man, what can we do so we can continue to oppress these people and we can stay ruling? What can we do? What can we do to get these people in sin? What can we do to break these people down to where they feel like they are nothing? How can we destroy these people? Read.
When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand.
Right. So it says they devise iniquity and work evil upon their bed. So when they go to sleep, they thinking of evil. Right. And then they wake up. The Arabs say, hey, Chinaman, get that African man on the phone. And then he answer the phone. What is this? He says, what the cock in the morning? Why are you calling me? Hey, listen, Ning Hao, I have a great idea. Let's put these people in slavery. Right. Because there's in the power. Because when it comes to military might, they got power over us. Read.
And they covet fields.
And they covet fields, like we saw in the video earlier where it says that they were killing them because they wanted their land. Read.
And take them by violence.
By violence. They'll kill the buffalo, they'll kill men, they'll kill women, and they'll kill children just to get resources. And they know that if they get control of that thing, they can institute capitalism and monopolize that land to where you have to go to them to depend on every single thing that you need. Basic necessities. Read.
And houses.
And houses.
And take them away.
They take them away.
So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage.
Kill the Indians, save the man.
Right.
Indoctrinate them to where they're further away from their God and they're serving our gods, which are false gods. Catholicism, Islam, Christianity. It goes on and on. These people have continued to oppress us from way back then. It's going on now. So that lets you know, you Negroes, that Islam is not the original black man religion. Stop that with that foolishness. They taught us that in slavery.
You know, that's heavy also because there is no indoctrination without integration.
Right. That's true.
I'm saying, because once you separate and you have your own mind, you can no longer control the people.
Right.
Facts. So the reason why I'm showing you this is because Black Massacres, and you remember the crafty counsel that they have taken. Our people will prophesy these types of things in their music because, you know, when hip-hop was hip-hop, we actually spoke about our oppression. Benji did that a lot. That's why it says he shot Raven as a wolf. He would, they use echolocation. That's what wolves do. When they howl, they use echolocation, let you know whether or not they're being harmed or where they're at so they could be helped. And they always signal one another. So hip-hop used that as well. Let's play that.
I'ma stand on my position. I've always been a man and never ran from my position. I've always took a stand to expand on contradictions. How you cancel Kyrie but not your Amazon subscription. Pause. I'm from the base, so it's
Pause. Damn. All right, so man, you gotta peep this, right? Y'all get, you know, the whole Kyrie situation. Everybody know the Kyrie situation. Well, he makes a strong point here. He says, all right, y'all want to cancel Kyrie, but y'all want to cancel Jeff Bezos.
Mm-hmm.
That's his platform that you could help me out.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
You're wrong about Jeff Bezos. Go ahead. Let me tell you why.
Oh, you gonna defend it right now?
Here we go. I know it sounds
finger.
that way. Jeff
Jeff
Bezos was not CEO at the time. You know who was? His name is Andy Jasser. And guess what he is?
What he is?
Amalek.
Yeah, I knew
Wow.
it.
Amalek.
I knew it. They own everything.
Amalek.
Wow. So so Amalek ain't even say, nah, we ain't selling this book.
Correct.
All right.
Correct.
You see this? So, all right, stand corrected. But he's still on point though.
Yeah.
Yo, why you ain't just take the book off your platform?
All right.
All right, play.
I've always been a man and never ran from my position. I've always took a stand to expand on contradictions. How you cancel Kyrie but not your Amazon subscription?
Hey.
I'm from the base, so it's relevant. If we condemn him for the link, go after Bezos for selling it. I do not agree with his rhetoric, but we should scrutinize both sides, not just the guy with melanin. Now we about to take another element.
Why when it's us against them, we always take the L. We're always the person in the wrong. Right. No matter how much good we do, we did the class on that. We did a show back. Black excellence is black exceptionalism, where if you're not considered a guy who donates and all, they dehumanize you, and your life is not worth having. So that's what they do. They publicly castrate you. Yeah. So that way nobody goes on your side. Kanye, Ice Cube, Kendrick,
Deshaun Jackson,
not Cameron, Nick Cannon. People who spoke up of being Israel, they make, hey, you gotta donate, you gotta do this, you gotta go learn about the Holocaust, the blase. They do this publicly so that way you other Negroes do not rise up for fear. And we're gonna go into this. We're going to go into this, and you're going to see how they did it back then. Now, it's a smarter way. I ain't even got to touch you now. I can just touch your bank account.
Pockets.
Yeah.
Yep.
Press play.
And it's costly when your gene pool is out of pocket. They relish in every misstep we take abrupt. So you can understand it takes less than 4 quarters to break a buck.
Pause.
Pause.
Damn. All right. Let's go to the next video.
Damn.
It takes less than 4 quarters to break a buck. All right. All right.
Hey, you should probably try to do a song with him or something.
Yeah, for real, bro.
Oh, you.
All right, so watch this. Hey, give me the scripture where it says, as soon as they be born. Hey, play that.
Oh, you talking about Psalms?
Yeah, in Psalms.
The wicked or strange.
From the womb. From the womb.
50 or 55? 58?
Hey, volume. Man, listen, hey. I don't
Baseball over back.
Pause it. Start it from the beginning. I'm not surprised when I hear this anymore. I'm like, damn. That's how y'all really feel. I came to grips with it. Like, yo, God says the people that hate you gonna reign over you. It makes sense. It makes sense that even at a young age they think like this. Give me Micah 2:5. Micah 2:5, and then give me that in the Psalms. Might as well set it up. Micah 2:5. I mean Habakkuk 2:5. My bad. Habakkuk 2:5. 2 and 4.
I got it. Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him.
It says this man's soul. Listen, you could give this man $1 million. He was broke on the street, give him $1 million. He would shit on you a day later.
Yep.
It is what it is. Like, this man, his soul inside of him is not right. You see what the Native Americans, they were getting sick.
Yeah.
Get medicine, hungry, food, cold, clothing. They gave them everything they needed to survive and learn this land. Yep. And what did they do? Put them in concentration camps called reservations.
Gave them smallpox.
Yep. And then murdered them in boarding schools.
Yep.
Kids.
Yep.
You see this little boy right here? Finish that? You finished it?
Yes, sir.
Go to Psalms.
Yes, sir.
58. Yep.
Psalms chapter 58 and verse 3.
Yep.
The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born.
As soon as they be born, they're going astray. They already know to be wicked. Oh, he's born. He's like, Damn, my soul want to murder. I want to murder.
Looking for a
Like,
Negro.
Well,
yeah, like, yo, you worried about terrorists? We had more shootings in schools by white kids than terrorists bombing America.
Damn.
Yo, y'all kids ain't right.
As soon as they born, they need little handcuffs.
Yeah, they need handcuffs.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, they know how to make bombs in they sleep.
Yeah. Little baby handcuffs.
And press play.
They be saying,
Press play, for real.
Shout out to Deacon Malachi.
Or baseball.
Malachi.
Baseball.
Baseball over Black History Month?
Baseball.
Why are you choosing that? What about black people?
Because I don't like black people.
Damn.
Man,
look at him smiling.
That's my boy. I taught you right.
Damn.
He was looking the whole time. You better choose baseball over the black people. I'm telling you, listen.
Wow.
Hey, listen, he's telling the truth. He said, I don't like black people. And his dad back there, like, that's what I taught you to do, son. You can tell. You know that boy redneck. He look from the South. But watch this.
And that's the reason why racism will never die, because the white folks carry on their traditions and we forget about ours.
The Lord say a perpetual hatred.
Correct.
Yep.
Never die.
Perpetual. Hey, watch this.
It ain't gonna leave until they leave.
Right.
There you go.
The untold nasty abuses of male slaves. Y'all missed that map. Did we use that map?
This map right here?
Yeah, we
Yes,
did.
sir.
We did.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. The untold nasty abuses of male slaves. We're gonna probably watch only like 2 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know. That kid look like
Because that's Joel.
Man,
That's
wow.
Joel.
Wow. Wow.
When they forced us to breed. This is
buck breaking.
Buck breaking. What the guy was rapping about, this is what they used to do to us in slavery.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how they used to tie us down. Press play.
Of American history, the brutal realities of slavery are often glossed over or sanitized. While the stories of physical labor, harsh conditions, and systemic racism are widely known, the sexual abuse and exploitation of male slaves remain largely unspoken. In this video, we delve into one of the most heinous aspects of slavery, the sexual abuse of male slaves, including the practice known as buck breaking. This brutal form of punishment and control was not only a tool of humiliation, but also a method to instill fear and submission among the enslaved population. Before we proceed, please take a few seconds and click the subscribe button to join this community. Buck breaking was a particularly vicious form of sexual abuse inflicted on male slaves.
Use a taskmaster. They always use your own people to carry things like that out.
Yeah, they're gonna tell you they're gonna give you the story about one defiant Negro and their brothers held them down. Watch this, y'all gonna see.
Practice primarily took place in the Caribbean, but was also known in parts of the American South. It involved the public rape of male slaves by their white masters, often in front of other enslaved people, including the victim's family. The aim was clear: to emasculate the male slave, destroy his sense of self-worth, and send a terrifying message to others who might consider defiance. The process typically began with the selection of a strong, defiant male slave, often referred to as a buck. This term itself was dehumanizing, reducing the man to nothing more than an animal, a beast of burden. The chosen buck was beaten mercilessly, often until he was bloody and barely conscious. This beating took place in front of the entire plantation community to serve as a public spectacle. One particularly notorious instance of buck breaking occurred in the early 1800s on a large plantation in Virginia. A slave named Samuel, known for his resistance and strength, became a target for his master's wrath. After an attempted escape, Samuel was captured and subjected to buck breaking. His master, in a display of dominance, forced other slaves to hold Samuel down over a tree stump where he was publicly raped. This horrific event not only shattered Samuel's spirit, but also served as a gruesome warning to others. The psychological impact
All right,
of
pause right
witnessing...
there. That's it on that.
Yo.
It created trauma for all the slaves that are watching, and it created trauma for him as well. They did this in front of this man's family. It says that it put fear in all the other slaves to all the other slaves. I ain't running away anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm good. I'm straight. Watch this. Read this quickly. Judges chapter 20 in verse 5. Rape is a form of murder.
Yes.
This is why this brother over here said that the men rose up against me and thought to slay me. Hey, we got commercial breaks, right? And then we come right back, or we done with the show after this? Hey, man, look at here, but we need to wind this thing down.
Yeah,
Woo,
man,
shit.
say.
Yeah, I still
We
got.
might need a part 2, bro.
Yeah. We're gonna have to get a part 2. They that hate us.
Yeah.
And I try to run through the history back and forth, but there's so much, like, we ain't even touch Issachar. All right, just read that.
Judges chapter 20 and verse 5. And the men of Gibeah rose against me and beset the house round about upon me by night.
So if you read the account, they try to rape this man. Read.
And thought to have slain me.
Thought to have what?
Slain me.
Rape is just like you slaying somebody, you murdering them. Read.
And my concubine have they forced that she is dead.
Yeah, because you could read it in Deuteronomy as well. Rape is murder. So we're going to go to commercial breaks, and we'll be right back, y'all.
Shalom, Israel.
Shalom.
Hey, this is Officer Naraya. I'm here with Officer Elisha. Listen, this IUIC San Antonio, the MLK Day Blitz. Hey, all praise to the Most High. Shout out to Dallas. Shout out to Houston. Shout out to Austin for coming out to help us push this word. Hey, listen, we out here teaching our people who they are according to the Bible. That listen, Martin Luther King, he did things for our people, but guess what? The prophets are here to save the world.
I am happy to join with you today in what will go down in history as the greatest demonstration for freedom in the history of our nation. I have a dream.
I must confess that that dream that I had that day has at many points turned into a nightmare.
I have a dream. The greatest demonstration in the history of our nation.
Hey, Shalom, family. Most High Christ bless. Bishop Kanai here. Listen, I need a favor to ask you. Subscribe to the YouTube channel for IUIC San Antonio 2. IUIC San Antonio 2. Help support us to get this word out. IUIC San Antonio on the rise.
I said they must have forgot. They on the side, they watching, hoping, praying, wish it would stop. Either get down or get laid down. I mean, you with us or not. We at the tip of the top. And if you sit in my spot, that mean the bigger the drop. I mean, they must have forgot.
Follow IUIC San Antonio. Two today. Right now, subscribe, family, right now.
Man, they must have forgot. I said they must have forgot.
You ain't subscribed yet? What the hell's wrong with you?
I see you hating.
Subscribe to IUIC San Antonio 2 today.
Yawning on like somebody put something boring. You throwing shot after shot. Is he snoring?
It's the fourth time around. The fourth son of Jacob. You know we going for it. Yeah. Look, he come from the heaven with thousands. No, that ain't a lie, that's a legion. 144K on the way and they pledge their allegiance to cremate these heathens. Damn, ashes to ashes and dust to dust.
De Donald Trump, él va a comenzar a golpear a los países en la economía, pero él mismo va a hacer caer a Estados Unidos para abajo por la acción mala que está haciendo.
We out here to edify our people. We're discussing, having interviews on the side, discussing what's going on in America, in the borders, right? We're discussing with our people, how are they feeling about what's going on? There's a lot of emotion out here, but at the same time, we're going to teach them who they are, which is the tribe of Issachar. They got to come back to the repentance of Christ and keep these commandments. Shalom.
All right, welcome back, Israel. Welcome back.
Shalom, shalom.
We're about to close out, but we're gonna go over one more thing. Mind you, like we had a lot left on here, a lot left. So let's go over the gator bait, because you seen the massacres that happen. You seen the massacres that happen all throughout the U.S. We wanted to dive in that too, so we're gonna create a part 2 to see what other things happened with Judah in America, with the African Americans, the Jamaicans, the Haitians, those that were brought here in the 1600s. So play that.
An original cigar label, and that cigar label is one that's labeled a little African, a dainty more so. And again, it shows you the image of a little black baby with the alligator. And in Louisiana and Florida, they would drop black babies in the swamps for alligator bait. So in my journeys, I have found various articles and items with alligators and babies. Now this one is like a letter opener. And the letter opener is an alligator. And the pencil that goes in the alligator's mouth has a black baby's head on it.
The rain.
I also have pictures that were used as advertisements.
You see this?
Yo,
that's what the Lord was saying when he said he appointed over us terror.
Right.
7 times 7 times 7. This is who's over us.
Right.
Who would think to take a child, baby, and throw them into a swamp where gators are in, just so you could catch the gator? You couldn't use nothing else? A dog?
Chicken?
That's how you know they treated it. Do you even see today? They treat their dogs better than they treat us.
Right.
Oh, this is terrible. So let's finish it off. Wisdom of Solomon, I think 18:2. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 18 and verse 2, and then we'll go with our closing. Because I'm gonna tell you straight, if y'all still think these people, like there's some type of kindness in their heart to change their mind, you dumb as hell. That's what I want. Salvation
7
and this 18 and 7.
Yeah. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 18, verse 7.
Uh-huh.
So of thy people was accepted both the salvation of the righteous.
So in order for us to be saved, read.
And destruction of the enemies.
Boom.
Our enemies have to be destroyed as well.
That's right.
God says he appointed terror, our enemies that reign over us. Those people God is going to destroy when he returns.
Right.
That's right.
All right. And not commercial, but closing.
Well, Israel, yeah, please. My spirit is vexed right now. Send your arms, all right? Just send them, all right? I'm just playing. IUIC.Fundraising at Israelunite.org. All right, we're doing big things. All right, if you want to send them locally, IUIC.San Antonio at Israelunite.org.
And I'm sure y'all seen the video. Those arms don't only help IUIC San Antonio.
Hey, put us back in the screen.
Yeah, when leadership goes overseas, your arms go overseas with them to help the brothers. It's over there. To help the brothers and sisters in various countries wherever we are scattered. Your arms go a long way, Israel. All right, back to it.
Send right there.
Right there.
Right there. All right. Hey, support us on our new YouTube page, IUIC San Antonio 2. Subscribe. Listen, we was on the road to 40,000, y'all. 40,000, but the enemy got us. All right. So we're trying to build back up. All right. Help us get our subscribers back up. Make sure you send it to your mama and them. Have them subscribe. And we bringing some fire content out. All right. Next slide. All right. We're seeking your assistance to enhance our national broadcast. Just spare a few minutes, provide some feedback, positive feedback, by answering 5 brief questions. Scan that QR code. All right. I appreciate it. We appreciate the time. You can go to www.israelunite.org. Find a school near you. All right. These things we're going into, it's going to happen again. They want to bring it back and have us back into slavery. All right. Find a sanctuary so you can learn to keep these commandments and you can be saved when Christ comes back.
That's right. And with that, we have been the 11th hour. Shalom.
Shalom.
I'm in the battle for life. I gotta fight for my right. That's biblical rights, not physical rights. They blinded your sight.